Hi guys, how are you? I'm Wyatt Ong from Rappler Entertainment. Sorry for forgetting my mic, but I'm here now. Welcome to another episode of Rappler Live Jam. I am so happy to welcome our guests tonight. Everybody meet the Australian band Woodlock.
Hello.
Hey guys. So we have Zach, Bowen, and Izzy. How are you guys? Woodlock is fresh from their super set at Wonderland 2017 just this past weekend. How are you guys?
Yeah,
I
we're
know you
feeling great.
flew in
Good.
late last week.
Yeah.
And you've got like maybe a couple more days here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
Yeah?
we've got we actually just got tomorrow during the day and then we fly out tomorrow afternoon, so
Oh.
Yeah.
not enough time unfortunately.
Well, Woodlock is here to play a couple of songs for us, but before that, I have to ask them, what their experience has been like in the Philippines and your first impressions, because this is the first time for all three of you.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was great.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, good. Okay, tell
was
me a little
amazing.
bit more, yeah?
About our experience, it's just we've just noticed that Filipino people are very, very welcoming. They're very what's the word? Hospitable. You guys really know how to treat guests and stuff
Oh.
like that. It's very. I feel like we've gotten treated a little bit too well. You know.
No, there's
Not
no
sure what
such
to do with
thing,
it.
yeah?
Eh? Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I guess weather-wise, you guys must be used to the weather and the climate here. Sorry.
Actually, no. In the way that Australia does get really hot, but it's very humid here. So to get the sort of humidity hot in Australia, you got to go way more up north, sort of
I see.
Mackay, Townsville area. So we're not very used to this, like
The humidity.
the
with it,
humidity.
yeah.
It's
So
been pretty crazy.
before we went on, I fed the guys some salted egg chips, and we were talking about some Filipino delicacies that they have actually tried. So you guys have, Bowen, you were telling me you had like a ton of like pork belly and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yep. And
Like sisig sila,
We had some
um,
McDonald's. That was pretty nice.
Jollibee, yeah, and all those things. And
Jollibee.
how have you been finding Filipino food so far? It's a lot of flavors. It's a lot of.
We've tried only a few foods, but all the ones that we have tried, I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed pretty much all of them. But there's one that I'm just not gonna go near. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the one with what's it called? The one-
Balut?
Balut, yeah.
So
No, I'll
Zach
eat that
was
later.
telling us earlier that he's not going near the balut.
No,
Thanks.
no way. It's just
But some of the guys are down.
I'll eat heaps.
Try
sure.
anything.
If it
It's
tastes
not
good,
so
I'll eat
bad,
it.
right, guys?
try anything. We'll love it.
Try it.
But no, we've been loving the food here. It's so like we get to try a little bit of it in Melbourne. Like they have the sort of shops that are sort of doing a Western
Right,
spin off
right,
on
right.
it. But coming here and trying out all the food that's more your guys' style is awesome. We love it. We're trying to go to a new place every day and try different food.
Nice.
Yeah.
I made a joke about McDonald's. That was a joke. I need to let people know on that one.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about Wonderland a little bit more. Hello to the Wonderland team that's here with us tonight. So tell me about, what it was like just kind of attending the festival and of course playing for everybody there, and there's this huge crowd in front of you. It moved to a different venue this year actually. So it's I think even like roomier. So all the more people, to come over and enjoy all the lovely acts that have come to play. And what was that like playing for a Filipino crowd?
That was incredible. And the way that we don't really get to play in front of massive crowds like that because we're from a busking background. We do a lot of playing in the streets of Melbourne, so we get a lot of kind of foot traffic of, it could be 100, 200 people, but, to play in front of that many people was definitely really special for us. And we had a little bit of trouble with the sound at the beginning, but once we sort of started feeling the vibe, it was really awesome. We had an absolute ball.
You guys are very, very dedicated. You really, you really scream it out when you know the songs. It's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. We actually met a girl. This is the first
Oh,
time
yeah.
who actually had one of our lyrics from the name of our song "Forever Ago" tattooed on the back of her neck, which was pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
was
Okay.
pretty
Quite
amazing.
the honor. Quite the honor.
So you did mention your busking background. And
Yep.
I wanted to ask about that because I think that, musicians get their start from all different kinds of, various backgrounds. But busking is close to the hearts of many musicians because you really get up close and personal with the people in the crowd. But what are the ups and downs of that? What's that like?
well,
We've had lots of crazy instances where we've had really warm, beautiful Melbourne days where we've played in front of lots of people and had a ball, and then we've had sort of rainy, windy days where we've been robbed halfway through our set.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just crazy
yeah.
stories. Had to chase some guy and got my camera stolen and lots of random. You get a lot of weird stories, ups and downs, and all that.
It's really good for if you're starting out as a musician. It's a really great way to sort of start practicing, because you're performing to people almost instantly. So you really learn how to perform, and you're playing all the time. So you just get better a lot quicker. At least I think so. And then in terms of negative stuff, you develop bipolar, because like you said, you've got good days where you feel amazing, and then your bad days you just feel
You don't
feel
actually
terrible.
develop it. It's more like when you're doing the whole busking scene, you have really amazing days and really bad days.
Right.
So you sort of learn to go with the good and the bad.
I guess you gotta have like really tough skin too, because
Yeah, for the sun. Is that what
right. Okay, this is Bowen educated me about like when you guys make jokes, and I'm like, oh, was he kidding? But yeah, both. So you guys, yeah, because sometimes the crowd can be tough when you're playing.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I guess that's part of it.
It's
Yeah.
funny, actually. Our hometown.
Yeah.
We
we got
went
told
back
to
there.
shut up.
We got a bit of success in Sydney and Melbourne. We thought, we'll busk back in our hometown. And this guy walks past when we're packing up, in his car, yells out from his car, "I'd pack up with your I sucked too." I made it a bit more PG. He said a few swear words,
Oh no.
but and we're like, oh,
Yeah, but I mean, he's nothing.
yeah, he's a
He
bogan.
didn't get to
He's
come
a
to the
bogan.
Philippines and
That's
play at
what you call-
Wonderland, so
You guys
Take
came and
that.
played for a ton of fans, and you met someone who had a name of your song tattooed on the back of your neck.
yeah, that was
That-
incredible. I
that's
wanted to get
not
some
gonna
good
happen
photos
to
of
that
that,
guy.
but I couldn't,
Yeah.
because it would have been awkward, because it was on the back of her neck.
So before we go into your first song, and one of only two tonight, so if you haven't joined us, if you're just joining us now, tell your friends, tag your friends in the comments, and ask them to join in, because we've only got two songs tonight. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about like how you guys started out. So Zach and Izzy, you guys are brothers, and you guys met Bowen along the way. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so pretty much me and my brother Zach, we're from a sort of homeschooling background, so my parents are quite sort of hippie in the way that, my mum taught me when we were growing up, and she used music as a big sort of way to teach us. So we've
Right.
always been playing music since we were little kids, and played a lot of different instruments, but we never really played in front of people and did it as a profession. And then sort of we met Bowen when we moved to Australia, and sort of just connected over the music, and we had a lot of music that we liked at the same, and just started playing together. So in the way of beginnings, it's a little bit strange, because we really started playing music together when we did a trip to Africa,
Right.
where we were sort of doing a musical entertainment side of it. Yeah.
Right. How did that change when your sound when Bowen joined in? Like how long did it take before it kind of developed into what we hear today?
Well, actually, the crazy part about us is that we actually fell in love with another band, and they were called Set Sail. So they were from a very busking background. We used to watch all their YouTube videos and their Facebook stuff, and they had a really interesting life of where they would travel around and busk in different places, and we really liked that style. So we ended up trying to sort of incorporate our own way in that, and we actually ended up meeting these guys that were sort of our heroes, and we ended up becoming good friends with them and stuff like that, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But in the way of Bowen,
I
he
think
just bring drums, really.
Yeah, he brought drums, but I think when he really started to become a part of the band, rather than just sort of like playing drums in the background of what we used to write, is when we wrote Lemons. Lemons was sort of the first song that we ever got that was really sort of Bowen was a necessity of it, and he was like really it really sort of like bring us together as a unit. That was
Right.
sort of the song that made us what we are, sort of thing.
That I can't do better than that as a segue. So without further ado, the first song would Lemons.
Yep,
Right.
we're going to do Lemons. Just be careful on you. paint a picture of us now, forever forgive. Cause little Missy Misery set foot in the ocean but never the sea. I buried her into the ground next to the old lemon tree. For the fruits have gone sour and bitter that no one would eat. Call her back, call myself for free. Bend the road so I can show her home. Shave my head and change the way I think of, the way I feel, 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 the way I feel. Cold to her heart, I will offer my shield. The sour is turned into sweet. Let not the weeds in this garden grow tall, for they will choke the lemon tree. Maybe I'll grow old, maybe I won't. Call her back, call myself for free. Bend the road so I can show her home. Shave my head and change the way I think of, the way I feel, 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 the way I feel. The sour is turned into sweet. Let not the weeds in this garden grow tall, for they will choke the lemon tree. Thank you.
Hey everyone, if you are just joining us now, we just finished song number 1 here with Woodlock tonight. The guys are actually heading back to Australia very, very soon, and we are super lucky that they've stopped by Rappler tonight. Rappler's actually partnered up with Wonderland this year, so hello Bowen. So it's actually we love Wonderland. We were just talking about this music festival. I've been to 3. And it's really magical and really special. So it's really quite an experience to have one of the bands come fresh from their show to here to the Rappler office. Thank you again, you guys.
Oh, love it. Love it.
So
good fun.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about where you guys are going with your music, like your future plans, because you've had quite 3 EPs. Just the last
3 EPs, and we're working on
like
some new stuff now.
Yeah, it's really coming along, like in the last 3 years, like 13, 14, 15.
Wow.
So tell me about what's next.
So next for us is we've been sort of, through our manager and through our agency, we've been getting a lot of ideas of writing with other sort of groups and trying to create music that's sort of outside our style. So it's quite a big popular thing in Australia. I don't know about here, is to do a lot of co-writing and creating music with other bands.
Right.
And
It's been cool experiences with it. Really opening up our sound to heaps of different sort of ideas, thoughts outside of our own. You know, because before the all the stuff that we've been writing, like Only Ones and Something Broke That Day, everything that we wrote was just us two. So it's been a real new experience.
it's been interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you guys like start out busking instead of trying to go a different way?
Well, for us, we were actually never really trying to be a band. We would just, I was originally going to go to music college, and I don't know what Zach was probably going to do nothing.
Yeah.
And
Really?
Bowen was actually planning on going to the
Not-
mines and doing a couple of years there to make a bit of money to get a house.
Mm.
And so we were originally sort of like, oh, let's just do this as a bit of a holiday, a bit of a sort of fun hangout with your bromigos. And then it ended up, lasting 4 years and still going. So
Going strong.
yeah.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
that makes us really happy that you guys are here. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about your sound, which has, and this is, I did not make this up. I was just reading from the description that it's been described as stadium folk. So I was asking you, Izzy, a little bit about that earlier.
So when I think of stadium folk, I think of folk music like in a stadium.
Whoa, man.
And so
Crazy.
pretty much, yeah, that was what our first producer said we
Right,
were
right.
styled, and we didn't really know
What
what
we
kind
were.
of music we were, so we just tagged along with that. But if I could say what kind of music we are now, we're sort of more alternative folk rock. So, on the folk side, we love writing, lyrics with meaning and themes and stuff like that. So there's always that folk sort of background. But we love the alternative, like we're doing a lot of electric guitar, and I've even written songs on a Game Boy that I modified to play like 8-bit music
Cool.
and all that kind of stuff. So we're definitely sort of alternative in the way we make our music. So
Right.
yeah.
So one thing that really characterizes your sound are these really beautiful harmonies, and
Thank you.
They're called Brahmanis when you do them with your brother.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah,
Brahmanis.
Is that is it like fall into place more naturally because you guys are siblings?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
so.
Hence the name
Yeah?
Brahmanis.
Yeah.
And when we have our sisters, it's like
Oh.
next level. Yeah, we have
Oh,
two younger
really?
sisters. We don't
Okay.
really do music with them, but
But on occasion,
yeah,
they-
we do the old song.
So it just slides kind of. It's all natural. Like,
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not really
it's not so much
effortful.
natural. We've just been doing it since we were little,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was used as a way to teach us. So yeah, we've just been doing it so long.
So Zach, you said that you guys might be working on some new music. Like, can
Yeah,
fans-
we've just been, like I said, we said before, we've been working with lots of other people, and we're hoping that we can release our first album, but we've got no dates or anything yet. But that's sort of our plan for the next stuff that we release. That we're going for an album, and but we really want to do it right. We don't want to just sort of throw songs out there
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
all the EPs and stuff all this EPs and music that we release, there's a lot of thought, and so like behind like every EP, which is like 5 songs, we've written like 20 or more songs, like, and we just sort of picked only the ones that we really like. So we don't just like to sort of release whatever.
So if you guys want to learn more about Woodlock, I think I invite everybody to visit their website, woodlock.com.au, Facebook, Woodlock Music, Twitter, Woodlock Music, and YouTube, Woodlock Official.
Yeah,
So,
totally. Yeah, check us out. We're just
yay.
called Woodlock. So if you think of like a piece of wood with
With
a lock on it,
With a lock on
yeah,
it. Okay.
very
So
easy.
we're heading into our finale for tonight.
We
Short-
could do another 2 songs
if
if
you
you
want-
like. It's really
you
in
want
your
some
court.
more.
We can
Well-
do 3 if you really want, but it's in your court.
Well, of course we. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course we
I'll
would
just do something
really.
by that day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We love it. So, but, well, sir, what are you guys gonna play next?
We're gonna play a song called Forever Ago.
Oh, yes.
Or
This
could you
is.
say that? Because I was actually going to say another song.
What was you gonna say?
I was going to say something broke that day.
Whoops, my bad.
But we'll
It's
do
up
Forever
to you.
Ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So this is the song with the lady with the tattoo in the back.
Yeah. So pretty much
Yes.
the story behind this one, I can give it a quick, very brief, because
Yeah, please.
but pretty much was my fiance
Oh.
right now. We're about to get married. She's a dancer.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She does dancing for a living, so she did maybe 3 years at a place called PSA, and then she did a bit of traveling in China and Dubai, and she was gone for like maybe 3 months and then back and then gone for 2 months, and then because I do the whole music thing, I didn't really get to see her that much. So we're doing a lot of the stuff, you know, calling and all that, which I'm not very good at. And it got pretty tough.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song about how the distance thing can actually be a positive influence because it takes away the physical side of knowing someone and you get to know this other part. So that's what the song's about. It's about distance.
We have to send our drummer away because he smiles too much and it really kills the vibe.
Don't go changing. You mean everything to me. And hope you shine a light that covers me. My love for you grows stronger when we are apart. My love for you grows stronger when we are apart. So set me apart. We can build our own family. One day we will, but for now wait. So I'll share your time for a time as you travel the seas, as you travel. And it's hard, I know it don't feel right when we are apart, but we'll grow taller together. I'll be known by the strength of your heart. For my love for you grows stronger when we are apart. My love for you grows stronger when we are apart. It's hard to let you go chasing your dreams, but I know you will return back to me. So I'll wait here with the love that sets me apart. I've been waiting on this side. I miss you, I miss you. I've been waiting all this time. I kiss you, I kiss you. I've been waiting on this side. I miss you, I miss you. I've been waiting all this time. I kiss you, I kiss you.
I'm back.
You can come back now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you again for joining us tonight. That was a really beautiful song called Forever Ago from Woodlock. And we were just talking about how it was inspired by Izzy's long distance relationship, which can get, and I understand, can get really, really tough at times.
Yeah.
But that has become one of those songs that I think like a whole range of people from various backgrounds can relate to.
Actually, it's crazy because we always write like a nice ballad song. We love writing
Right.
nice
it was a real
songs.
surprise. It was a real
That guy was talking.
Oh, sorry, bro.
It's my song, mate. No, all it is we didn't really think much was going to come out of it. We just like to chuck the odd sort of nice song, and a lot of people related to it in the way that of that distance sort of vibe. So it's pretty crazy.
Have you guys heard from fans who have told you kind of a little bit about their stories as it relates to and why they can relate to the song?
Yeah, totally. Especially with that song. When we released that one and it came out, we got a lot of messages, even from friends, which we usually don't get, and other band members, like some of our friends from a band called Winterborn, the lead singer James, flicked us a message, and because he was actually just about to do the same thing, and he thought it was like all funny at the time, but he was sort of 6 months into this sort of distance thing and listened to our song and got all teary-eyed, and it's awesome. We love getting sort of positive feedback, as I'm sure everyone does. But it's good.
Yeah,
it's one of our most played songs actually on
Yeah.
Spotify, which is pretty awesome.
When we recorded it, it was funny because if you listen to the recording, like there's tons of vocals. Like Izzy's vocals is like there's so many. And the reason we did that, is like we were coming in. Izzy was I think he had been away for about 3 months.
All that happened is she was gone for 3 months. Then when she was back, I was gone, and it ended up being this huge amount of time.
Through.
And we had a lot of pressure going on because when you make music and create EPs, there was a lot of sort of crazy stuff going on.
Sure, there's a timeline and everything.
And it was weird, and we were running out of time to do that song, so we actually had maybe 4 or 5 hours to lay down this last song. We had to do it all at once, and it was like pretty late at night, probably like 1 a.m, and I had to lay down the tracks, and and then I got all soppy, and they couldn't get a straight clip of me singing it, so it's just like had to be
if
like
you could
4 or
listen to
5
the
tracks
singularly, you can hear like
we had to like it had to be 5 tracks because I just I couldn't sing it properly. I just kept getting too choked.
How did she react to the song and its message and all that?
She absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Oh.
The only thing it does is that it does make you sort of get a bit homesick and really miss that person, which is fair enough. But she absolutely loves it. Yeah. I'm not going to play it at our wedding though, because that would be a little bit lame.
Well, you guys are headed home very soon.
Yeah.
And happy wedding to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you guys for offering to play another song. It's so nice of you.
That's okay.
I wanted to know before we go into that though, like in the few years that you've been doing this, like what do you think has been like the most memorable thing that you've picked up over 4
it would
5
be
years,
probably these sort of ones.
6 years.
Like, someone seeing us and liking our music and then getting us to travel overseas to play at a show. So those are the big ones for us because we're not a huge band. We're not like a big, out there band. We're just sort of guys that, play music and they, play in the street as well as shows and stuff like that. And then to get an opportunity like this is just, and we've had so many chances like this. We did one where we went to China for a bit and, we even got one where we got flown up to different parts of Australia because a lot of people see us in the street and like our music and like our personality because we're very sort of genuine, awkward people. And
that's them saying it, not
that's
us.
crazy.
We're not it's not self-proclaimed. That's just what people have said about us.
Yeah, and even things like, we have Levi's that are willing, to get us clothes and let us represent stuff like that. That's just it's all awesome. Even the way how we met Ash, through some friends, our manager who, manages us now. We've been pretty lucky as a band to just get a lot of awesome things go our way.
So you guys have played in China?
Yeah.
Wow. What was that like?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it was culture shock.
there's
Amazing.
a language barrier, but the music speaks on its own.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we were. It was definitely interesting, and we learnt a lot because we didn't really learn to speak any words.
Right.
In their language, and it made that that language barrier was really tough to break. But once we learnt some of their words and stuff like that, they really loved it. But it was awesome.
And Bowen, you were telling me China is where you tried frog.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, frog. And it was
okay,
good.
We're going to add that to we're going to add to the list of things you've tried internationally.
Yeah, we're
later
gonna
on. Yes.
knock a few off here.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
egg chips.
Oh yes, that was good though. That was
They were
really
delicious.
That was good, yeah.
But so are frog legs, in my
Frog was
opinion.
alright, yeah. It
Yeah.
was good.
So, well, you guys have been to China and now Philippines, and is there any place that you kind of dream of playing at, or maybe a venue?
Well, we were pretty lucky enough. We actually go back to Australia for maybe 6 days, and then we're actually flying off to Canada, and we're going to go play some music and support another band over there for a couple of weeks, which is just another one we can sort of, mark off as something that we did. And it'll be crazy as well because it's like minus 20 degrees there, so
Oh,
I don't
no.
even die
know
in the
what that's
cold.
like.
We're going to try busk in minus 20, which will be very
Give it a
interesting.
go.
I wonder what sound is gonna come out.
We may die. This could be the last time you see us. So.
Treasure it. No. So we're heading into our last song for tonight,
Yep.
and I want you guys to please tell us, what it is, and tell us a little bit about the origin of the song.
Yeah, this one's got a real interesting one as well, actually, because pretty much this was sort of styled around while we were in China, and I'm a bit of a nerd and I read a lot of comics.
Mm-hmm. What's your
And-
favorite comic?
Oh, it's the one about. It's called Sandman.
Oh,
So it's by Vertigo.
right.
I don't really like the Marvel or DC because I like it more sort of graphic novel. So I was
love
reading
Marvel
this
and
comic called The Sandman.
Right.
And it's based around this guy who's sort of the king of Dreamland, and pretty much he's a bit of a weird guy in the way that, in the story he falls in love with this Aboriginal girl, and wants to make her the queen of the dream world, and so he asks her, and she doesn't want to, because she doesn't want to live forever, and he's so devastated that he sends her to hell for like 2,000 years, and then realized that he kind of overreacted.
Intense.
And then goes back and takes her back. So just a real weird sort of fantasy, strong graphic novel. And pretty much we wrote this song called Something Broke That Day, which is not exactly built around that. It's more built around some guy whose best friend killed his lover. This isn't based on any of us.
No,
This was us
absolutely not.
trying to
Yeah.
write, and we co-wrote it with another guy.
Awesome.
So yeah, the song's called Something Broke That Day, and this is our new single that sort of just came out a while ago, and it's third. Ready?
Yeah.
It was a cold this evening. She kept me warm in rain. I woke to find her bleeding, and in me something broke that day. Oh, trails he's walking. Oh, where he goes. There's something about the way he looks at you, looks could kill. Never you mind, I'd say. I didn't know what he had been keeping, distorted picture frames. Something broke that day. Something broke that day. Something broke that day. This is a focused feeling. I miss her warm embrace. What's the point in breathing? She's sinking. Something broke that day. Oh, trails he's walking. Oh, where he goes. Something broke that day. take me to another sky. Maybe I'll miss something somewhere in the silence. Maybe I'll be with you there someday. I don't know where to start, but I promise I will find him. Maybe I'll be with you there someday. Maybe I'll miss something somewhere in the silence. Maybe I'll be with you there someday. Don't know where to start, but I promise I will find him. Maybe I'll be with you there someday.
Thank you. Cheers.